breezy up here on top. Today's my first day to hunt for 2023. Just working this ridge line. I'll make some calls down into these bottoms, see if I can strike a bird. Got here yesterday evening and tried to locate some, but didn't have any luck with that. Came out this morning and hit a few spots and no gobbling. These birds are probably still flocked up pretty good. So it's like finding a needle in a haystack, but once you find them, you find a bunch of needles. Ran into a couple guys from Arkansas. They're packing up and heading home this morning, so they told me that they heard some gobbling here a few days ago. It's a spot I had marked on the map, but it was kind of low on my priority list of places to check out. And with there being a truck parked where I wanted to go, I moved it to the top of my priority list. I figured I'd come out here and just walk these ridges and see if there's any birds still in here. Got a nice little point here. It kind of drops off into these ravines. There's a ridge over there, another ridge over that way. I think I'll stand right here and make a few calls. Just listen for a moment. I just heard a gobble. It was really faint. It's not like it's back that way. That's the kind of gobbles I hate. The kind that you don't get a good ear on, and they only do it once. So now I'm sitting here scratching my head, wondering if it was actually a gobble. And I'm not even sure which direction. It sounded like it was in that direction. I may go back up to the top of the ridge here and call and see if I can hear it back that way. I feel pretty confident it was a gobble. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm in the 90th percentile at least. Yep, a couple of them gobbling. Drop a pin. That makes me feel a lot better. The problem I have is I saw another truck parked way off in that direction. I don't think they're close to him, but I always worry about approaching towards another hunter. He may hear him gobbling, he may be working them, and I don't want to mess up his hunt. But at the same time, heck, he may be gone by now. It's later in the morning. I think what I'll do is I'll just wrap around here and just get on this other finger here and just call to him and try not to be too aggressive where I mess up the other guy if he's still around. I don't know if he is, or I don't even know if he hears him. He may be too far away to even hear him. But I'm gonna at least try to work him. I made my way around the ridge. I was over there on that ridge, and I just basically circled around and came out on this finger. Sound like those birds were either off this finger ridge, or maybe the next one over. But I don't want to go any farther that way. I'm still about a half mile from the other hunter, but I don't want to get any closer than this. So I'm going to just ease down in here, find a spot to sit down, and just make some calls and be prepared in case they gobble close by. I'm not going to get too aggressive here. I'm going to just find a nice little spot here and then move as necessary depending on where they gobble. They're still quite a ways off. Probably strutting the hens. I'm gonna just sit down right here. It's a nice little flat opening here. I was going to go down to the point, but that's going to kind of take me away from them. And this is a nice open little area right here. And who knows, I might get lucky. He might wander over here. Yeah, they've moved across a little bit more. I'm hoping they'll just drop down here and work their way up. Get a bead on where they're at. Here's something putting. I'm afraid those birds have been bumped. These birds don't act like easterns. They don't go quiet when they're coming in all the time. Most times they're talking as they come in. Where an eastern may just decide to come in and just either come in quickly or slowly work their way in quietly. But for these western birds, for them to just go quiet like that, especially right after some putting, and then another hunter was yelping, I'm betting he was probably making a move on him. He was probably hunting way over there, and I got these birds gobbling. He was trying to make a move on it, ended up bumping them. These woods are just so open, you can't get too tight to these birds. I'm gonna just chill out here for a little while, and hopefully they'll gobble again here soon. I just spotted a turkey down at the bottom of the hill. Down there somewhere. Heard some sound like Jake gobbles and Jake yelps. Okay, here comes the turkey right at me. Looks like it might be a gobbler. There's a couple of them. Yeah, long beards. Strip this way, but they're kind of feeding as it goes. Here comes more. Jake's with him. I think I got him. I'm not positive. Yep, I hear him flopping. How about that start the 2023 season? I could see them on this hill right here, and then they disappeared, and next thing I know, here they are right in front of me. And this one here saw me, but he stood there long enough for me to get my red dot on him, and he was just about to duck down the hill. I had a Jake behind him. I had to let him clear. Yes, I am pumped. I'm still shaking. That was exciting. I don't know, I was thinking that this hunt was over with because I heard that putting earlier. And I was looking down the hill and saw a couple deer go by and just kind of staring down the hill. Shut all the cameras off just because I didn't think anything was going to happen anytime soon. I made some calls, nothing. Made some more calls, nothing. And just staring down the hill and saw a turkey working this way. And I saw another one. They come up that other little spine there and then they cut across. And I took my eyes off the long beard to move my main camera, you know, kind of position it, get ready for a shot. And I looked back and he was gone. And I'm like, where'd he go? I'm trying to stretch my neck to look down the hill. I couldn't see him. I saw the Jake come up and then he turned and came right down here and went in that ravine low spot. I lost sight of him. I said, oh, they're probably gonna pop up right here somewhere. So I kind of backed up the camera and turned it a little bit. Sure enough, longbeard popped up right here. I was pretty sure it was him, but I wanted to see his beard to make sure. And finally I could see his beard sticking out. And I had to move my hand from the camera to the trigger. And I got it all the way there and he started getting a little funny, acting like he was getting ready to leave. I made a little call to him. I had to wait for the Jake to clear. And he put his head down like he was going to walk down the hill and I shot him. My buddy Scott Hook made this call for me. I have a handful of them remaining, and when they're gone, that'll be it. No more calls from Hooks or from Scott Hook. He passed away a couple weeks ago, and he's a big part of where I'm at as far as my calling and my competition, you know, my success in the competition world. He's a great friend. I talk to him almost daily during turkey season. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case this year.